Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Estoy bien, gracias.
In Spanish, there are 3 accent rules. The first accent rule in Spanish is that any word ending in NSV or a vowel must have the oral stress in the second to last syllable. For example, lunes. Counting from the last, the second to last syllable is lu. The oral stress must be in lu for it to follow the rule. For example, the word is pronounced lunes, not lunes. So this word follows the rule. An example of a word that breaks the first rule is marrón. As I said before, for it to follow the rule, it has to have the stress in the second to last syllable. For it to follow the rule, the word would be pronounced marrón, but the word is not, it's pronounced marrón. So there must be a written accent on the O right here. The second accent rule in Spanish is that any words ending in any other consonant must have the oral stress in the last syllable. For example, cantar. Counting from the last, well, you don't need to count from the last because the last syllable is where the stress is supposed to be. The word is pronounced cantar, not cantar. So this word follows the rule. An example of a word that does not follow this rule is lápiz. As I said earlier, the oral stress for this rule has to be in the last syllable, but this word, lápiz, does not have the oral stress there. Instead, it is in the second to last syllable or the first syllable. The word is not pronounced lápiz, so you know that it doesn't follow the rule. Because it doesn't follow the rule, you need to write the accent where the oral stress is. So the accent is here, and it's pronounced lápiz. The third accent rule is so easy it can't even be considered an accent rule. It says that any word that has the oral stress on the third to last syllable must have a written accent. An example of this is miércoles. Counting from the last, it has 3 syllables. The oral stress is on the E of miércoles, the first E. It isn't pronounced miércoles or miércoles, so you know that there needs to be a written accent right here. The way that I remember the accent rules in Spanish is the correlation between where the oral stress is in the word and which accent rule the word follows. For example, for the first rule, the oral stress is in the second to last syllable. For the second rule, the oral stress is in the last syllable. And for the third rule, the oral stress is in the third to last syllable.